So hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 57 and in this video we continue with our game. In our last video we created a save game. We was here in this section start game. There we created our save game and today we have to continue and we go in this to the section gameplay again. We already started the section gameplay, and when I start open up this section, let me put this one here away. When I open up now gameplay, you can see this is this one here. We finished here the first part, that was this blueprint with this table and with all these records which we put in, and now we can use this very easy. That's very nice because this one we need for our story instructions. So the next step is now we create the gameplay story. So we say what the player should do, what he can achieve, and all this kind of stuff. We have to instruct the player through the story a little bit, and we will do it with that what we created. And then of course we need this point widget we created in our last video, this save game, and the save game must be connected now to this point widget because I make just points here. Of course you could implement much more. For example, like the horror engine has a big save game component for every asset, I think, for every inventory system and stuff like that. But for our 7 days challenge, that is too much. We make a very simple point system so that we have at least a goal. And then we have to talk about the option menu as well, because there we have to decide if we use again the horror engine option menu or we create our own. We will see this in a moment. So in this video I want to create and see how effective is our blueprint record, right? So because we have now the story instructions, I think I will go here, make this offline, because this is just all time yes, recording this in Outer City again, and then writing the text to the widget or to the table, and then the table is printing the widget. This is the, yeah, I don't need this to do here online, but we can test it, how effective this is, because I like this kind of stuff. And of course I show you also a little bit gameplay, and yeah, let's do this in this video. All right, let's go. We go here to our game. Let's start. Let's see what we did so far. So when I start my game, that was my start screen. That's not very good, but here I at least put in some graphics. Here are our instructions. Also not good. We will style this. My name is Mehmet Kant. Here is our pre-story. Here's our checkbox. Okay. I think we have to save this checkbox as well. Okay. And now we see if I find this cultist. Okay, and that was the place where we started. Let's see what we did. So I could walk. I changed this light here to a candle because this is again something for the story. My story is that this, yeah, the detective here is waiting. Of course, he want not to make much light, so we will make here a little candle so that we are not seen by anyone. And then you have to go here, collect some things. Of course we have to make instructions for this one. I just collect them now. Normally you have to make find pistol, find lighter, find whatever, use the lighter, and then also explain why you are using this candle here, and then why you are turning the candle off like so. And then test here, test pistol, and then you can walk here around, and then of course search and try to spot anyone here. And then you will have to follow, for example, any instructions which any information which you get from this old lady, which should well, she gave you informations a little bit about this cultist, whatever. And then you walk here around, follow the instructions again. What was that? And then we make here a little bit more gameplay. And yeah, you see this will work. This is nice. I hope the by the way, I hope the sound worked. I changed a little bit my sound, so if there is a sound problem, please say me. And that was so far we went. And I show you again, there are little setup for adding sound, because that's very important, I think. Let me go here to gameplay. Let's open up this map. Is this map here? Yes. Then go here, and here again we will set this here a little bit more up, and so later. But important is, first of all, what I made is I created, okay, it's you can see I created here this scream sound which you heard before, right? That will yeah, it's a horror game, and you will probably die here if you are not careful. And it's the real reason why the people vanish, by the way. It's not the cultists. It's more like that here is something like a monster. And this monster is walking, of course, underground, and you are walking on the ground. And by the way, why I choose this monster and so, because there is a theme, right? The theme was, what was the theme about this Mega Jam from 2022? It was as above, so below, or other way around. I don't know. So anyway, something above and the same thing below. And my thing is, when you will work, then the monster, which you heard before, will work also underground. So that will also interesting how we are implementing this one. But before we go there and more to the story and so on, we have, of course, deliver more story informations, and we can do this one also later in more interesting part. But let's see how I make this very fast, because last time we created this blueprint, right? That was this blueprint. And now this scream sound, what you could what you heard, and you can see it's this big sound here, this big collision box here. And to make you a little bit more easy light, what I do sometimes, I don't know if this is the best way, I just throw in old-timer directional light for a short time and delete this again when I try to play something here. So you can see, I think there is a better solution for this one. If you have the better solution in editor modeling or something like that, write in the comments. Anyway, so here I go to my blueprint, like I said before, where you can throw it now in, and you say, hey, I need this scream sound. And here we created this blueprint, right? We go just to this tag, we tag this with a new thing, plus let's say scream. And now you can, of course, this collision box here, we can scale this up. You can see how easy this is, just normal random anything. Then you place this anywhere in, and that's very fast. And then what you do is, of course, you open this one up, and in Scream we have set up this one. And like I said, what you have to do is just 2 steps, because we set it up here, a plus for the next check, and here just copy this one, copy paste, connect, just connect this one. And then just write here the new thing that was here, Scream. This is because here when this is Scream, then we select this one. This one is connected to our tag. Let's write here comment. Connected to blueprint tag, so that we know what it is doing. So this one must be the same on your blueprint tag, which was instance blueprint tag. And the same thing I do here. This one here is not blueprint tag, but I write here also Scream. This one here is my, let's comment this one out, is my table tag, which is very simple as well, because now this will select the table. And of course, here is the table which we have. And of course, we have to go to the table, open this up, and here you just add this one node. Here is the, just let's add this one. and I write here, for example, Scream. This will be selected, and here in the bottom I have now my thing. Okay, we don't need a Scream widget normally, but for fun let's write here Scream. Normally you use just sound there, like I did here. You can see this is the Scream which you heard before, just one sound wave, no text. But anyway, let's do the same thing here, and I write here let's do the same right here. It was also Scream something. All right, Scream. All right, here is a Scream effect. Scream effect. Okay, and you can see how fast this is. And now this is the thing what I want to use for story instructions. Now all time when I have an instruction, I can make this one, tag this in, start here this game, for example.
See if I find this cultist.
Run into this one. And you can see how easy the setup was, right? And I can do this now for all things for the storytelling, like I showed you before in my overview, right? Let me open showing you this one again. So here was our overview, and I said this blueprint I showed you now, that was this blueprint what I created. It's easy to set up, very fast, and now I have to deliver the story here. But there is one more thing. The story instructions, I will do all things probably with this one, but sometimes there are problems with that. Not problems, let's say you still need additional coding. What I mean with additional coding is, let's go here for our box, if I can select it. Yes, I can. And when I open this one up, oops, not this way. Let's go to the event graph. You can see that was this one. I don't need this anymore. Scream, I don't need this one, and I just removed the pin. So I can go back as well very fast. That's nice. But here is the Scream which you heard before. And you can see here, I just copied again. I paste this one here, but I modified this one. And that's also the nice thing. You can modify it very easy. Because like I said, I need only the Scream. So I don't need the widget. The problem is I created here this function. This one is creating automatically the widget, so I still keep it, but I just don't write any text in it. So it is just creating it, but I just don't write text in it. That's still working. But interesting is also after this one, you can code again more. In my case, I don't need this one because this is just I think I should use this one. That was wrong. The reason for that is because this one is creating this widget. So, oops, here a little mistake. I still need this one. This one will remove the widget, but I need also this one here. So, let's say the sound here. The sound should be played as well. So what you can do is you can use here, if you want code, again, a sequence. It's also possible. You can make this one first and then this one, but we have here 2 delay nodes, and that will not work because that's not very good. But interesting is here, these delay nodes are almost similar, but you can solve this in different ways. But in my case, the time is almost the same for some seconds. But for this purpose, I just add it. That's okay, I think. I think that's okay, right? We can test this. If not, we just add. But what I want to show is you can add, use now this one very easy, very fast to create this story.
Let's see if I find this.
And I run now to the place there. It's just there. Now, of course, I use my cheat light, not. And then we will here have. Okay.
What was that?
Well, okay, that was something wrong there. That was not good. Do I have a delay? Oh yeah, I have a second delay here. Okay, that was very bad. All right, so I think you get the idea, right? You can code here also other stuff as well. That's the point what I wanted to mention. It the system is very easy, so also very easy for
Let's see if I find
designers, because they can just create the story without any knowledge of coding. So very good for designers because yeah, you don't care. You just implement this one. And then you make here
What was that?
this instructions, and then you tell here the story and all this kind of stuff. I think that's cool so far, and we can use this. And the next step was, let's see, like I said, the story instructions and how to make this all perfect. That takes time, and that I make this offline, but we can go to the pointer widget, and I think we start in the next video with this point widget. The point widget here is, let me show you this one. When I start the game,
Let's see if I find this
I
cultist.
walk here, and then I get instructions, right? And if you fulfill this instruction, for example, find I need a lighter, for example, and then you search the lighter. You found the lighter, then you get points for that. And then the next thing is, oh, find my pistol. Where I let my pistol? I dropped it here. Of course not here, perhaps. Perhaps we can put the pistol outside anywhere accidentally, you know, and then you search your pistol outside. And then you get points for your pistol. Of course, you can go without a pistol outside too. I don't know if this is good. And you understand this, right? This is all times, and we get for every pickup, for every instruction which we fulfill a point, and then we will make a point widget, connect it here as a point system, and we connect this in the next video to our save game. So I think that was a little instruction for this one. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, and again, I changed a little bit my sound. If there is any problem, write this in the comments. And with that said, bye, good luck, and like all time, have fun and never give up.